We have loved Istria so much, and we still have 2 days in Istria, but in different parts of Istria. Today we are heading to the Slovenian coast and also a wine fountain because olive oil, wine, honey, and of course the truffles are famous products from this region. You can visit so many wineries and olive oil productions and so on. It's hard to pick, but I think we found a good one. So that is what we will be doing today, and then we will be going to Trieste in Italy as well, the coffee capital of the world. At this point, we're not really sure if we'll make it to Slovenia today because it was the weekend of the 1st of May. It is now the Saturday, and everyone seems to be either going home or going to the coast. It is a full-on traffic jam going from Croatia to Slovenia, like taking at least 30 to 40 minutes just to get out of this town that is right at the border. At this point, we're kind of going to do our trajectory the other way around and start at the winery or at the wine fountain for lunch. But yeah, the time just keeps adding on. It's not like the time is getting less, and we've been here, I think, for at least 15 minutes already. So yeah, let's see what we get done today. Alright guys, we have made it past, finally. And I got the e-vignettes, so the vignette to be on the roads in Slovenia online for a month, because we will be back in Slovenia very soon to see the rest of the country. I am starting to get an appetite, so I am very happy that very soon we will be at the wine fountain and we can grab some lunch. We decided to be responsible, and before having the wine at the wine fountain, we went for lunch across the street. You can get cold cuts here, but they are more or less the same price as a proper pizza or like a proper meal on the other side of the road. I had the most amazing truffle pizza for 15 euros, and now we are digging into the wine.
The wine fountain in Marezige is a fun self-serving initiative with a cool wine-themed decor. At the shop, they sell lots of delicious local products at really affordable prices. I went for package number 1, which includes a glass you can keep, a fashionable wine carrier, and 3 coins that each get you 10 centiliters of wine.
From here we have a great view over Slovenian Istria, the beautiful hills with the vineyards on them, and also the town that we will be going to next, which is on the coast, which is called Koper. There's a few special or popular buildings there that I want to see, and then we will continue along the coast southwards, because now we're pretty much all the way on the north of the coast, and we can already see Italy from here as well, where we would be going tomorrow, hopefully.
Once you finish your glass, you can rinse it out and go for your next one. Once you have the glass, you can buy extra coins at 2.50 euros or 3 if you want to try some of the more premium wines, but I had more than enough with my 3 glasses. We then got back on the road, heading to our first Slovenian coastal town, passing through the vineyards.
After only a 20-minute ride, we made it to Koper, and not only is this a beautiful small city center, it is also where the big port is for container ships, but also cruise ships. And the coastline of Slovenia is only 47 kilometers long, which is half the size of Belgium, where I'm from. So it's very short, so understandably there must be a big port somewhere to bring things to Slovenia.
Koper is the region's biggest city, and the most famous historical building with a beautiful white facade is the Praetorian Palace, which is a 15th century Venetian Gothic palace. Next to it, we visited the cathedral on the main square, but if you're up for it, you can climb the stone steps of the 54-meter high 15th century bell tower. You will get a great view over the Old Town, Tito Square, and the Gulf of Trieste. We went for a stroll through the web of medieval streets full of quirky stores, but unfortunately, they were all closed on the Saturday in the first weekend of May.
Next up, we are driving another 10 minutes to Izola, which is meant to be a smaller version of Piran, where we are going as the last stop.
After our stroll, we got back in the car and drove through this amazing tree tunnel before parking near the old town of Izola.
We have just arrived in Izola and someone passes their parking ticket, which is still valid until tomorrow. So we'll try and pass on the happiness once we get back and leave. But for now, we are parking for free.
Izola used to be an island, but has now been connected to the mainland. It has a smaller marina and beautiful Venetian-colored houses. We got lucky to stumble upon a gastronomic event here.
We were very surprised by that food market. That was very much a vibe and so much truffle food. But other than that, not a lot seems to be open now on the weekend of the 1st of May.
On our way to Piran, we stopped at this panoramic viewpoint watching over the Slovenian coast and Italy in the distance. We drove further down the coast to catch a glimpse of the unspoiled beaches of Park Strunjan. Admittedly, we got kind of lost, so we decided to continue driving towards Piran. The coast's westernmost point is Piran, a gorgeous Venetian-influenced town with cobblestone streets, Venetian Gothic architecture, and 360 coastal views. You can climb the towers of the walls to get a great view or climb the bell tower of the church, which is what we went for. The bell tower ticket included the museum of the church as well, and after this we were pointed to another door leading us down for some archaeology, and then again we were pointed to another door and we got to go inside of the church. It was like the gift that kept on giving. The grounds around the church apparently are the place to be to watch the sunset from. We then walked down to get lost in the colorful alleyways, stumbling upon one cute square after another. The sandy beaches of Portorož are next to Piran, and the Sechovle salt pans are home to up to 270 species of birds, and the healing mud is used at spas in the area. We then drove back across the Croatian border to spend the night and could see that the traffic jam had only gotten longer. We stayed at an apartment in Umag, which was really small but had all we needed and even a swimming pool. But they only give you one toilet roll per week.
Hello guys! Today we are starting our day in a traffic jam once again at the Slovenian-Croatian border. Today we are going to Trieste in Italy, so we are crossing not one but two borders. The second border, the Italian one, should be fine, but yeah, I'm very excited to be in Italy again. It has been a while, so let's see. I've been craving a good Hugo Spritz, or yeah, just I'll be eating in Italy. So very happy about that, and we'll be seeing the coffee capital of the world and some really beautiful buildings around there once we get out of this traffic jam.
Once we had made it to Trieste, we parked near the train station across from the court building and close to Kleine Berlin, the largest air raid shelter complex of the Second World War, which you can visit on the first Friday of the month. We walked into town towards the Canal Grande, which is the heart of the old town. Here we had lunch, some spritzes and pizzas, before strolling through the gorgeous buildings and palazzos. We walked across the Ponte Rosso here, where we saw the statue of the 19th century writer James Joyce, and headed towards the Piazza dell'Unità d'Italia. Here you find the Trieste Town Hall, the neoclassical Palazzo Strati, and Palazzo del Governo. In the middle of the square you can also see the beautiful Fontana dei Quattro Continenti. The port of Trieste processes almost half of the total coffee bean imports in Italy. It's no wonder that Trieste is sometimes called the coffee capital of Italy. There are many cafes in the city, like the Café of Mirrors or Café degli Specchi, where writers such as Franz Kafka and James Joyce once had a coffee. Another iconic cafe is Café San Marco, but there are many more. We went to the cafe of the famous coffee brand Illy, which was founded in the city, and we found out that having a coffee standing up at the bar is cheaper everywhere. We made one last stop at a local patisserie before driving about 10 kilometers out of town. One of the most famous sites of Trieste is the Castello Miramare. The castle is beautifully situated along the Gulf of Trieste, and it looks like it has come straight out of a fairy tale. We parked at the foot of the gardens and went for a stroll to the idyllic castle. This used to be the castle of Archduke Maximilian of Habsburg. He was so impressed by the beauty of the coast that he chose Trieste to build his summer residence here. Nowadays, the castle houses a museum where you can view the original furniture of back in the day. It was super crowded on this sunny Sunday, so we simply walked around the terrace for a while, took in the views, and then walked back through the botanical garden surrounding it. We spent the night in Croatia again before driving 2 hours to none other than Venice to fulfill one of my boyfriend's childhood dreams. I had been here twice before and this side quest was not planned at all, so I decided not to make a separate vlog about it and just enjoyed the short time that we had here, seeing the Canal Grande from the Vaporetto, admiring the palaces, the Rialto Bridge, and ending on the iconic San Marco Square with the Bridge of Sighs, the Doge Palace, and the Basilica. In the next video, we continue our adventures throughout Slovenia, so definitely subscribe if you want to see the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching!